Hola, amiga. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody, to 433, the podcast where we talk about things in general. And this is João here.
Hello.
And this is Carolina.
Hi.
My name is Rafael. I almost said Jeff.
I was expecting Eminem. My name is.
And today we're talking Mamma Mia, movie, play at the West End, and ABBA.
Finish. Então, amigas.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Mamma Mia was the first musical we saw together, the three of us, I think.
Was it actually?
The three of us.
It was.
I think so. Because
It wasn't supposed to be, but I think
it wasn't supposed to be, but we'll save it for another episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
It's a 3-hour long episode.
Yeah.
But I think that was then the first
The very first we went
musical
together.
we watched together
Mm.
at the West End.
Yeah, João was wearing this shirt, and when we got...
No, that was for my birthday. That's not the first time we
No,
watched. Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
So when was the first time?
The first time was
You sure?
when
The
my
white shirt?
yeah. The first
buttoned up to the belly?
That was my birthday.
That
I
was
can
his-
show you
that
the
was-
photo. That was for,
that adds up.
Yeah.
Adds up. Yeah, that makes sense.
so I have a lovely friend that works for Mamma Mia. Shout out. And she got us some lovely tickets to go very last minute to go see Mamma Mia. And I was like, "Do you guys want to go? Do you want to go?" And you're like, "Yeah, let's do it." And that was the first musical we watched together at the West End.
In a gray seat.
We've seen it. We've seen musicals before, but
Not
not
the three
together.
of
Not the
us.
three of us.
Yeah.
And there was great seats.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, dress
Bank
circle.
center.
Yeah,
Right? No.
dead in the middle.
Right? Dress circle, right?
Dress circle. Yeah,
Dress circle's
Dress circle.
right smack dab in the middle.
Yeah.
Like fourth
Row
row.
A, B, or
No,
C,
it was like
C or D, something like that. Maybe.
D, E, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, great
seats.
Great seats.
Big shout out to Blanca.
Yeah.
Big
and yeah,
shout out to Blanca because those tickets were great deal for us as well.
great deal. Yeah, she was
Great
lovely.
deal.
Yeah.
It was really cool to see because I saw the movie first, and then we went to see the play.
I think that's the same for all of us. I think we
Yeah.
all saw the film first and then the play.
And I really liked the adaptation. Was the movie came first or the play came first?
Play came first.
Oh,
Play came
okay.
first.
Yeah, you
Play
said that,
comes
but I
first.
forgot.
Yeah, the play comes first. 25th birthday this year, a couple of weeks ago.
I had
That's true.
very little recollection, actually. I was just trying to go back. I had very little recollection of the movie, so it did feel very new. I know I watched it, surely, because I know I did. But yeah, it was... So the play came to really revive...
And I mean, I think the play touches on things in a different way than the film, obviously because of the live experience of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the play is just something... It's spectacular. I remember I was in complete tears.
I mean, we watched Maz Murray,
Murray.
which is like such a treat as Donna Sheridan.
Yeah. What that part of the what's the song?
No, you have to get
You have to
there.
get
You
there.
have to get there.
Winners take it all.
The winner takes it
winner
all.
takes it all.
Jesus.
Close enough. Close enough.
The idea was that. But that part we literally talked about is that I rarely cry, and literally I was tearing up in that scene.
And you teared up every single time that we went to watch it.
It's the way she delivers.
Yeah.
It's just great.
Her
I mean,
delivery
it's a very intense moment anyway,
As well,
but she's so amazing. It's mental.
Because the intensity, she does it every single time without fail, and the way she looks at everyone. And then when we saw the second time, then she was almost like looking in our direction, and I was like,
No, I think she actually looked at us in the eye
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah, but that was the second time around.
Yeah, that's
The
what he's
second time
saying.
around.
That's
Oh,
what
okay, the
he's saying.
second
Yeah.
the second time around, because
Sorry.
it's even harder for you to control you just feel like almost backed up in a corner, like this is so much.
So intense, right? So intense. Yeah, that was...
Obviously, we have a great one on the screen, which is Meryl Streep as well. I mean, she's one of the greatest of all time. So she's brilliant.
There's no way we're comparing them at all.
No. We're not comparing them at all.
A comparison.
No, at all.
But the fun fact is, second movie. Who shows up? Carolina, please take the lead on this. Who shows up in the second movie for a brief second, I must tell you. A brief second. And I gotta say, we caught it. I think you caught it.
I caught it, yeah.
You caught it. Which was an epic moment.
We were watching back to back, the two of us, like the two films, after we watched Mamma Mia.
Right.
The second time live. And Mamma Mia 2 comes around, and it's when...
It's Waterloo, right?
Yeah, it's Waterloo. And if you guys haven't seen the film, please go watch it. And it's when Waterloo comes on, and it's like brief second. It's a split second that she comes on, and then you kind of throughout the number, you're just kind of looking for her once you spot her. But it's mad. She's there, the one and only Maz Murray.
God damn.
That's it. I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's there.
Maz Murray is in the.
It was hilarious.
In the movie. It's crazy
because we were in this living room.
We had just seen her at the West End.
We had seen her at the West End the night before. We watched the first film, everything okay, we were very in our feelings, and then the second film comes round.
Oof.
And Waterloo comes on, and I think Waterloo is kind of first half of the film, I would say.
Yeah,
because it's when we're introduced to Harry.
Yeah.
And then I just see her, and I pause it and I rewind, and there she is.
Yeah. It jaw dropped me, like, fully. Like, it was insane. But I mean, I think we are jumping the gun because we're jumping to the second movie. And also Maz Murray, she's amazing.
Did she, I don't know if you know this, but did she do the musical, the 25 years that has been on the...
No. No, she did other things before.
Jesus Christ!
But
it's 25 years. I mean, but
she did. But she has been a part of the Mamma Mia family for ages. Because if I'm not mistaken, she was Tanya for a few years.
Okay.
Oh damn!
I think so. I think it was Tanya that she was, and then
Tanya, which character?
Tanya is the one that sings "Does Your Mother Know?"
Okay.
And then she leaves. And then some years later comes back to play, obviously, Donna.
Very well.
I think she's been playing Donna since 2019, 2018, something like that. Obviously, then
6 years.
Pandemic hit. But yeah, so she's been on for ages. I mean, she's great.
Yeah.
She's absolutely great.
Amazing.
Absolutely great.
Lucky us.
Lucky us. We got to see her twice. 3 times?
Twice.
I got to see her. I saw her a bit more. Yeah, because every time that I went, she was on. So I was very, very thankful.
Yeah, I mean, great play. Absolutely great. It's definitely worth going at the West End. But also regarding the movie, Meryl Streep, right? What's the favorite moment in the movie, would you say, for both of you? Like, what would you say?
Oh, mine's easy. It's Dancing Queen. Because the whole Meryl Streep accepted... You guys can find this out on YouTube, Google, whatever. I'm not going to give you breaking news. But Meryl Streep accepted to do this role back then, which was like 18, 19 years ago. She accepted to do this role to prove to her children that she could still jump around, dance, sing, do whatever that she wanted. She wanted to prove a point that she wanted to have fun.
Yeah.
Which is one of the big reasons why she accepted the role. And Dancing Queen is exactly that, because you see a Meryl Streep that I, at the time, had never seen before jumping on a bed with her best friends.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I think, like, that to me is goals. Like, that to me is friends goals and is age goals, and it's like, you know, Meryl Streep goals. So that's my favorite film of the first one, for sure.
Favorite moment.
Favorite moment
of the first film.
Favorite moment of the first film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I needed to see the movie because I don't remember much. I'm not gonna lie. But the first scene that came to mind
Was
which this is my monkey just pulling out
your
the
monkey
ears.
brain. Let's go.
It's literally.
Let's
Wait,
go.
you need to explain to the people what's your monkey brain.
I have moments where my brain just decides not to work.
It's
almost
Homer
like I have
Simpson. Homer Simpson and the monkey brain.
Basically
That's all there
the
is
same
to
kind
it.
of thing. And then it's just a monkey with two symbols just clapping, and something weird comes out. Was literally all the guys on the shore with the.
Oh yeah, so that's
my days.
yeah, that's lay all your love on me.
I think
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
Oh,
so funny.
that's
I think
such a
it's so
good
nice.
one.
On the play, I think that's one of my favorite moments. It's
It's-
so
on the
funny.
play.
But even on
I
the
prefer it
movie,
on.
It's
yeah,
ridiculous
yeah.
how I cried. I cried watching that because it was so good. It's ridiculous.
It's
actually
your
ridiculous.
bromance. It's
my
the bromance in you. But what's your favorite moment?
My favorite moment, I will say, in the movie. Oh, this is so tough, but I'd say slipping through my fingers. Right.
I mean, slipping
It's
through my fingers.
The
It
romantic in me
touches me
can,
a lot.
and I'm not. Yeah. And I probably can't even reach that level of like connection, but yeah, it's such a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful moment.
I think both on film and on stage, I don't think I have a favorite
like on stage is-
between the two. I think on stage, the thing that we have is the inevitable gift of being there in person. So the energy of everyone
Yeah.
in the same room, the energy that the actors are putting
What's
into it.
the one called the one she says I don't want to talk because it makes me feel sad.
It's the winner takes it all.
It starts like
okay.
that. I don't want to talk.
It makes me feel sad, right? Yeah. Yeah, that one is also really good.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking of the play more often because
I think everything that is live, it just hits you different.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just because you're
the connection with yeah.
because you're there. Like while in a recording is almost like there's obviously you can still connect a lot, but there's kind of like a kind of separation. While when you're in person is so it's right there.
It's because of the energy levels of the humans in the room, because everyone in the room is seeing exactly the same thing exactly at the same time.
Yeah.
You're cheering, you're applauding, you're crying. If someone is crying, you can definitely hear it. If someone's laughing, you can hear it.
The gasps.
The gasps,
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
if someone is sleeping, because
Yeah.
I've had the experience of having someone snoring behind me in Mamma Mia during Voulez-Vous. So I don't know how anyone falls asleep during Voulez-Vous, but yeah, anyway. So I think there is the physical aspect of in real time is a lot bigger, and that's why it then kind of gives the feeling that you're talking about. I think in film, the beauty of it is that you can have it forever.
Yeah.
When in theater, you really have to remember the moment, and hopefully it's ingrained in your brain forever.
Yeah.
But in film, Barbara Streisand says this a lot. It's like you do it that however many times when you're an actor or a part of the crew. But the beauty of it is that you can have it forever. You can hit pause, you can hit play, you can rewind, you can fast forward. It's just beautiful in that sense. And if you have a good cast, and if you have a good Meryl Streep or a perfect Meryl Streep, you can go back to those moments and feel them with her, because she's that good of an actress. If you have a below par actress, kind of like what we spoke about in Daisy Jones and the Six, if it's not there, the chemistry is not there, the things aren't there, then it's not as good, I think.
Yeah.
Even the rest of the cast on the movie is like really good.
Oh yeah, like the cast is, outstanding.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Absolutely good. Yeah. Are we talking about the movie or the play?
We were talking about the movie, but the play as well.
Yeah, because I was thinking, I think of the cast and I think of the play straight away. I don't know why, because I don't know. I feel like it's such a memorable show. Mm-hmm. I keep coming back to it. I think of the movie and it leads me to the play. Like I'm in this complete cycle of it.
I think but we have great memories associated with the play.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Like really fun nights, really
right,
memorable
guys, buckle
moments.
In. It's therapy session time. Yeah, I don't know about that. Like,
He's going to unload a lot of things now.
I don't have a tendency to do that. I don't know. It just goes back to my childhood. Well, what I wanted to say is as well, like ABBA, right? Like the lyrics. And
I mean, none of this would exist without them.
It's true.
Like this is the biggest 433 in history. For the producer of the show, I mean, she just saw she had the potential to see it because the lyrics were there like 20 years before.
Yeah.
The songs that we are listening in the musical are from the 70s, mostly, I believe. So and then the show only comes out in the 90s. So the songs were there for 20 years.
So for those who might not know, tell us how this happens in terms of like the historical events. So obviously ABBA releases the songs. Who writes? Who writes it? No, I know you were there. Listen, you know this. I mean, this was built into a play.
Yes.
Right. So how does that happen? How does this?
Ref is only asking because I went to Stockholm this year and I went to the ABBA Museum.
Well, you have more knowledge than any of us here. So
right. So ABBA went to Eurovision in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say 76. They win, and people realize they can write bangers.
Right.
This is the actual truth.
They do.
Like even if you don't know it's ABBA, you know their songs.
Yeah.
Put Dancing Queen on a wedding.
Yeah.
Everyone is going to jump on that dance floor. You're out
including
in a
that
club.
weird uncle that doesn't speak to anybody and just
The weird
sits there.
uncle that has no movement, no voice.
He's
just
up.
there. Like Dancing Queen comes on, you're going to dance.
Damn right.
Voulez-vous, as you were saying, Mamma Mia. So everyone knows the songs.
Mm-hmm.
So they write bangers essentially. But yeah, so they were married to each other essentially, the pairs. And they were just living their lives, recording, writing their music, doing their things until one day, I think one of them he came here to London to watch Grease, I want to say. Something like that.
Another classical musical,
Another
right?
classic. And he was like, oh, they do this. Like musical, like music's within a story, songs within a story, right? And then I think that's kind of how Mamma Mia started to develop.
Okay.
Slowly but surely. And then they did it for the West End. I think it was also on Broadway for a period of time.
But did it also it launched at the West End?
Yeah.
All right.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's been on the West End since 99.
Oh, damn.
And that was when they first...
Yeah. So now we also have ABBA Voyage, which is like the hologram version of ABBA, right? And this is the first...
We have to find
It's so expensive, but I really want to go, especially after being in the museum. Like I saw like loads prototypes and stuff.
Everybody that I talked that they went... They really big it up.
Yeah, like everyone says it's really worth the money.
Yeah.
But it's really expensive though. But I think they're planning on having it in another city eventually because it's been doing so well. And it was meant to be here for a short amount of time. It wasn't meant, they just kept, because it was such a hit.
Yeah.
So they just kept going. But in the idea behind it is actually so cool. So in the ABBA Museum, I'll try to keep minimum spoilers so you guys can and should go. But in the ABBA Museum, you have clips of them recording what do you see on the stage.
Oh no. Cool.
Yeah, so like they're in a studio with the green room, they're all wired up and they're all, with the suits and stuff like a superhero, and they're just performing.
That's really sick.
I know, yeah.
That's so sick.
That's really nice. Even like the production on those songs also.
Oh yeah.
It's because we did like a little jam session here at home, all of us. Oof. And literally I was just looking at some chords and I was just saying like, these motherfuckers, like literally.
In the best way.
In the best way.
Yes.
This is a very like north of Portugal, like trying to compliment somebody calling names. In the best way possible, the way they move, they do really simple things that elevate the music so well and just make everything like it flows so easily without being super complicated, and that's why it's so catchy as well and so gorgeous.
It's kind of like the Beatles in a way. We can have the Beatles for another episode, but I think it's kind of like the Beatles. Like you do really simple things,
but really
efficiently, and it's difficult for the non-ABBA. It's difficult for the non-Beatles. It's difficult for your average Joe to do. But it's just good. They're just really talented. And actually, I think one of them. Oh my god, I can't remember anyone's names today. I'll do subtitles. Put the faces of them when I'm talking about them.
Just here.
I think it's Benny, the keyboardist.
Yeah.
I think he doesn't know how to read music.
So it's all by
I think.
ear. Yeah.
I think. I'm not an expert. Disclaimer: I'm not an expert. I'm not saying all of the information is 100% sure.
If this isn't true, I'm going to give you extra work. If this isn't true, it's going to say somewhere here that it is.
Yes, absolutely.
Something like that.
I will do my best to fact check before. But yeah, I think he doesn't know how to.
And he plays
That's crazy.
really well.
It's absolutely mental.
Yeah, I know.
He's actually he actually had on a symphony. He composed like a symphony called Chess.
I didn't know
like
that.
An orchestra, opera.
He would like play the notes and then somebody would write it for him, or at that time did he already know how to?
I don't know that, to be honest with you.
I mean, in my idea of not understanding music whatsoever, how it's made, but you would just record.
Depends when.
And you would record, and then you would say, "Oh, do this, do that, and you'd go from there, right?"
But normally, when it's like an orchestra, you kind of need to write everything beforehand.
I don't know if by the time that he wrote the orchestra, I don't know if he already had like gained some knowledge in terms of that. I don't know for sure. This was just more of an add-on, as in he doesn't just play the keys for ABBA. He actually, composed and conducted an orchestra.
What a badass.
Yeah, very, very cool. They're super talented.
Yeah, I think that's, to me, that's the 4-3-3 of the situation. Like this guy, or these guys, sorry, there's four of them. And they were a group of friends, weren't they? Something like that, like before. But they were married. The couples were married and
the guys were friends, I believe.
Is that how?
Think so.
The origin of it. Yeah,
I think so. And then they got married.
Yeah, these guys it's just a beautiful story. Like a group of four friends, let's say, for the sake of the romantic in me. I mean,
they ended up being friends. Regardless of how it started, they ended up being friends.
Yeah, and then you get together and you end up building something absolutely brilliant. And then you make good music and you think, well, this is good music. And you take yourself, to Eurovision. Let's do it, And then once you know it, obviously loads of years later, like everything you've done builds up to this particular show that then, and not only just the show, right? Because there's the ABBA Voyage, that's the ABBA Experience. Oh no, the Mamma Mia Experience, right? In the O2. Mm-hmm. There's Mamma Mia at the West End. There's Mamma Mia, the two movies too, right?
And there's like Mamma Mia songs everywhere.
There's no, it's such a common party song, right? And because everyone will know it, like it just occupies space in our brain, just rent free, and it deserves that space. You know what I'm saying?
That just reminds me. Beautiful. I love when this happens. I'm starting to talk and I forget.
Oh, shit. I was trying to do the monkey.
Anderson .Paak, that's the name.
Anderson .Paak.
Anderson .Paak on the Grammys, when they're like receiving the second or third Grammy, he's like, we really try to stay humble at this point. You know what I mean? Most people would like, I will feel like, because like everywhere there were such a huge success.
I think they're actually humble.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think ABBA actually probably, I mean, at this point, hopefully they're all divas because they've earned it. They really earned it. But I think back then, like to just compare ages.
Yeah.
I think at the time probably Anderson .Paak said that. I think they were probably
the same age,
still kind of humble. Like in those ages, I think they were probably still kind of humble.
Yeah.
I mean, probably they are now today.
Yeah.
Being a diva doesn't mean that people aren't humble.
Yeah.
But at least in my opinion. But I think they're really, really, really talented. and they're real goats.
They
The
are.
real goats. Real goats. You just made me think about. This really hit me. It's the song. You'll know this. You took a photo of a photo that was in the museum. Hopefully, you can put that up on the screen. And the
Slipping through my
song
fingers.
that's the song. Oh my God, that's it.
Right, the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's slipping through my fingers.
Right. So describe the
I was
photo,
having
please.
such a moment.
Oh my God, that was so intense. Oh, oof.
Alright, so I
But
think
that was
it's just one of those
makes
moments.
you cry a little bit.
It does make you cry because obviously slipping through my fingers. For those of you who know, it's about the mom and the daughter. Obviously, I have a very strong relationship with my mom, so slipping through my fingers is very moving to me, and I connect to it a lot. Obviously, on the end of the daughter, not the mom, but it is that kind of feeling of when you grow up and that bond you have has to shift because you move home, or in my case, our case is you leave the country your family is in. So obviously slipping through my fingers has that emotional value to it, to add on to the original value the song has. So in the ABBA Museum, I will put the photo up. There is this section where they're talking about slipping through my fingers, so the writing process, what the song represents, and there is a photo.
Oh my days, this photo.
So basically, the setup is
Tell
a
us about this
kitchen.
photo.
It's a
This
kitchen.
is so good.
It's a kitchen, and the kitchen is set up as your normal breakfast. So you have your granola, you have your comics for the kids, and you have your coffees, and you have
Your coffee.
It was
Your
very.
coffee.
This is very
Your
New York.
coffee.
This is
I'm ordering my coffee. No, I
this
can't
was
do
very
it.
New
I can't
Yorker,
do
and
it.
I didn't even
That
read
was
it.
Coffee.
Your coffee.
Coffees to go. Come on,
I'm
brother.
prepping
No,
for
it's
New
not
York.
brother, I like that.
Anyway, so you have all of that. Moving on.
So there's this
So
kitchen.
there's this kitchen with something to drink. That's not tea. It's something else.
Right.
Well, it's your usual kitchen, right? And on the other side of it, you can see the prototype of a window. And through that window, you see the image of a little girl running to the car, running away from the door on her way to the school bus. And while you're seeing this, you're also listening on your audio guide. Bjorn, I think, if I'm getting the names right today, saying that's how basically slipping through my fingers came, and it's how he would see his daughter going to school every morning,
just leaving to
and
go
just
to school.
leaving to go to school. And
So essentially, it's just this. It's the view, like it's a father. I mean,
It's
just
a
because it's
parent.
him. Yeah,
It's
it's a
a parent.
parent. It's a parent looking out the window, seeing their kid going out to school very independently, just by her. Yeah, because the child in the photo is a girl, I think.
yeah, it's a girl.
It's a
yeah.
girl, and she's by herself, just going
Yeah,
to
she
school,
has
just
her
walking
little
to your
backpack
typical
on.
sort of school bus situation. It's just
It is, and obviously the whole scenario is you're with your audio guide and Bjorn is talking, and you have the background of slipping through your fingers on, and it's a room full of like a lot of people and really dynamic things all around. But in my case, I was just really stuck there. I think I had like a single tear down my face, because. I mean, the whole concept of the museum in itself is really, really well thought and really well achieved. But that moment in specific, I think it just adds the layer of the realness of it. I mean, obviously, we are not parents. Maybe one day we will be, but we're
Maybe.
not yet. But I think we can relate to the feeling of losing someone, and it's not the sense of losing someone because they died or because we don't speak to that person anymore. It's the fact of like
it's the natural, right? Sorry, go on.
it's like you're helping someone through something, or you're used to being with that person every day, and suddenly those things change. Like it's the same for us. We live together, but one day we won't. And then
it's the natural progression of life, right?
Exactly. And then it will have our own slipping through my fingers, which will be like we're going to move away from each other and we probably won't see each other that often. And then we will always have to see each other leave with the backpack running to the bus.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the best way that I would describe that connection to other
It's just a beautiful
things.
All of this is just a beautiful piece of art and so meaningful in so many ways. It's the levels, it's the layers of it. And yeah, I feel like if anybody doesn't know, go know. Go get yourself figured out because you got to go watch it. Both the movies, if you get a chance to go to the West End, do that. If you don't get a chance, you know, what's the name of that app? Ticket, whatever.
But it's
Get cheap
I don't
tickets.
know. Today Ticks, but
Ticks.
but I don't know if that works for. I know it works for the UK and New York. I don't know if it works other places. But if you follow Mamma Mia on social media, you will see the tours that they do.
Oh yeah.
So maybe they will go to a city near you. But it's just very good.
Yeah, that's it. And it's here to stay as well. So again, reinforcing the strength.
25 years later.
20.
It's here to stay,
it's here
guys.
to
Breaking
stay.
news.
Breaking news. Coming to you live. Sorry. But yeah, pretty cool, I'd say.
Why do you like Mamma Mia?
Oh, this is an interesting question.
What makes you like, as a whole, what
See,
makes you like it?
He's not very good at giving us the details of things. So this is a great question, guys.
Can I?
Please.
Ah, thank you. You're so cute.
Jesus, okay.
There's one obvious factor that is why I like it, which is like what I talked about ABBA. Because ABBA, they're just good in the music they do, and every song is just a hit. When I was a kid, I got the Mamma Mia when it came out as a DVD, and I would literally watch it back to back. And one song that for some reason I loved at the time was the Money, Money, Money.
Right.
Money.
Money,
Yeah,
money.
money.
And it's like a big part of my childhood as well. I never told you this.
Yeah,
No, you
I'm
never
like,
did, no.
I'm like, shut the, what?
Yeah.
Shut the front door.
Shut the front door.
Actually,
What?
On the little TV I had in my room, sometimes I would play, and
Wait, so what?
I had three things all the time. Mamma Mia, Por Água Abaixo. I don't know how to say that in English.
I know what movie you're talking about. Ah,
It's okay, we
That
can.
was Drain, something like that.
No, it's not.
I'm trying to translate.
Wait.
It's okay.
Never mind.
for
Yeah, it's an animation movie. Yeah,
For
whatever.
the people watching on a video, this is easy. For the people listening only, go watch the video.
Yeah. And Chute e Pontapés ao Vivo, which is like a Portuguese band. Those three things were like on repeat while I was playing and stuff like that. So that was like a big part. And I think like the story itself is beautiful. And yeah, I just loved
What
it.
the hell? He never told us this.
Well, it's great. I mean, we
This
get
is-
to find each other.
I'm actually baffled at this.
What about-
Like,
we get
what
to
the
find
hell?
things. We're not finding each other. We find things about each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me, I have no idea. Like, I actually didn't like musicals. I've said this before. I had a full transition of. I thought it was.
Well, but the episode that will last 3 hours will explain
Yes,
why not
yeah.
you.
So I was adamant that I didn't like musicals, and I don't know exactly why. I think it's just whatever it was during childhood, and yeah. So when it comes to Mamma Mia, like my mom loves it, absolutely loves it, and I used to think that and then we go watch it live, and it's just like whoa. And I think we watched it right after watching it live. We watched the movie, didn't we? Like the next day.
No, we only watched it when we watched the second time.
Was it?
Yeah. Which was a couple months later, not too long. But
Yeah,
still.
Right, but
I
yeah,
saw
but then-
the first with you, but then I went to bed and you saw
was-
the second, I think.
No, you weren't with us. We watched the two back to back during
And I
the day.
wasn't there?
No.
Yeah, so to me it was part of a whole awakening of interests that Yeah.
But still, what do you like about it? Like,
Oh,
what makes
I
you
thought it was
like about
where
it?
did this come from? Oh, sorry.
No.
Never mind.
What makes you
Okay.
like Mamma Mia?
What makes me like Mamma Mia? It's just, oh man, it's just a beautiful story. I feel like it's a story about love, and I think that's it for me. It's like it's love of three. I can spell this, right? Yeah, sure. Three. It's three. I answer my own questions. Three dads that end up, loving whatever the situation is, will love you and will be your dad, There's the mother and daughter love. There's the juvenile sort of passion of getting early, like getting married and all of that. And there's the love of friendship with Sophie and her friends.
And Donna
and her friends. So I feel like it's just such a good celebration of love in a good way, because it really translates. It also speaks to past loves, right? With Donna and the previous endeavors with the guys, and yeah, I think it's just beautiful in that sense. It's just, yeah, as a big romantic,
it hits all the boxes.
It checks all the boxes. It speaks to. Yeah, I love celebrations of love in that sense. So I think that's it. Yeah, very nice.
Did you say why you like it? Not yet.
No.
I don't know what I think.
This is a moment for you to tell us.
Obviously, we all said things that we like and don't like, but I don't think you said why.
I think generally speaking, I love Mamma Mia. I watched it as a kid at the cinema when it came out. And I loved it because it was a huge party. And I don't think the first time I saw it as a kid, I realized all the loves.
Yeah.
I don't think that clicks until a bit later. But it's a party. And I was very used to, by that point, to go to the cinema to see Meryl Streep and, like, musicals and stuff like that. So I loved it. But then later on, I think it's exactly what you're saying. I think it just speaks a lot to the love shared between people, regardless of their background, regardless of where they're going, where they came from. The intricacies of those relationships. You're not going. I think the beauty of it, I find, is it's very real in the sense of you're not always going to get it right. And most of the time you're going to get it wrong. Because I think that's the whole dilemma with Donna.
Yeah.
She's trying to do all of the right things, but then she kind of misses the mark a little bit. But you still love her because she is doing everything out of love. So I think it's very real in that sense, in that scenario, and in the love shared between them. Obviously, as I mentioned, the mother-daughter relationship that's very similar to mine and my mom's.
I think she also goes through a transition of trying to do everything herself and then learning how to, like, receive help.
Yeah, of course. Well. Yeah.
Enjoy life a little bit.
Yeah,
enjoy
absolutely.
life. I think because there's a big point of that about like you neglecting yourself as a mother, and like a single mother for that matter, and you having to just be a provider, and then she figuring out, oh, actually I can do both.
Yeah.
And it's also understanding where your child is. So it's not seeing your child as a child. So her child is an adult now, and even though she doesn't fully agree with whatever else that she's deciding, it's something that we navigate with our parents, which is part of the reason why I think it's so nice.
I would be keen to understand or to hear us talk about this in like 30 years time, should we get a chance to build a family and whatnot, and see what we would, what we think at that point.
Slipping through my fingers will be a lot more difficult.
Yeah, very likely.
I feel like we'll all be dancing queens.
Oh my god.
Jumping in on bed, I think like that's going to be the three of us, but slipping through my fingers will take a toll. Yeah. At least on the two of us.
Yeah. I was just thinking, if I cried during the show, right? like a year or two ago, whenever we did go there. Imagine in 20, 30 years time. This is, yeah, let's not, moving on.
We keep saying this is not therapy.
Yeah, this is not, I mean, I don't know why, but today it just became therapy. What can I say?
Do you see yourself like having a child in like 20 years and listening to Slipping Through My Fingers and having a shift?
If that moment comes, it would be tough, because obviously that song is already like touching by itself. Even though I don't get as emotional as you guys sometimes, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, it's just what it is.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah, but sometimes it would be good for me to get more in touch with my emotions.
Okay, that's a different story.
There we go. Therapy.
So tell us, how was your relationship with...
Shut up. But obviously that just adds a lot of weight, because you it's almost like you see. No, it's more you saw the picture, but then you see it in a totally, you see it properly, because it's like you're leaving the picture in a way. So obviously that, even though you can never understand until you go through something. So that's why I think it will be tough.
All right, damn, interesting. Because
Nice.
I wasn't expecting that answer. I'd say that.
Yeah, neither. I think that's why I asked.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell is going on with you, but
not
cameras turn on, and all of a sudden you're Mr. Honesty. You know what I'm saying? Like,
like I wasn't before.
I'm sorry.
I guess we don't talk about. I mean, we talk about these things.
Yeah, but we don't go as deep.
But we don't go as deep, because obviously we're trying to give the people something interesting to see and listen to.
What do we do for content?
Shut up.
That goes against my religion.
Yeah.
Really does go against my religion.
Wow, nice. Yeah, I think that was it for today.
Guys, go watch.
Go on.
No,
Please,
you
no,
go.
please.
No, you do it.
Mom, please.
You do it.
Go watch it. Everywhere.
Go watch Mamma Mia 1 and 2. Go listen to it. Go have a party.
Go listen to ABBA. And go to Stockholm and go to the ABBA Museum.
I highly
actually,
recommend.
Was it? Do you feel like it was too expensive for what you got out of it?
No, I mean, I don't think it was cheap. Like, let's say, like for a museum. But I don't
think it was worth the.
But I don't
amount?
think it was expensive for what it was at all. At all.
Before we finish, just one quick thing that you told me that I thought it was really, really cool is that when you bought the tickets, or right before going to the museum, they sent you Spotify playlists.
Yeah. So when you
I remember this.
So when you buy the ticket to go, when you get the confirmation, it's immediate. When you get the confirmation, you get it on an email, you get it on a text, and into the ticket. So when you press open, it's a link, and then they have like a little playlist of ABBA songs,
And I thought
which is so brilliant.
How cool is that?
Very
How
unique.
cool is that?
And the museum is really interactive, and it's all narrated by them. So you just take your phone and your headphones, and you scan the QR code, and you listen to everything. Every step of the way is narrated by them. And then loads of things to do. Like you can mix songs, and you can play games, and you can go to a booth and pretend. I mean, you're singing, but you pretend you're recording, because what you're facing is the studio.
Oh damn!
So many things to do and see. All of their costumes are there. All of their records. So everything that they won, the golds, the platinums, the silvers, everything's there. Loads of their awards are there as well. And you get a real feel of who they are, and what became what we know as this huge phenomenon. And then loads of their individual endeavors, and also movie things, movie props.
Nice.
No, that's pretty cool.
Obviously sat down on the Meryl Streep.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
we've seen this photo.
I've seen
And
this one. I won't put this up.
No. That's just for us.
This
guys.
one, no. And like all of the production sheets, and no, I'm going to end this here.
Okay.
So go to Stockholm, go to the ABBA Museum. If you can't and you're in London, go to the West End. If you can't go to the West End and you can't see them on tour, go watch it somewhere at home. Movie 1 and 2. If that's too much of your time as well, put some ABBA on while you're doing things.
That's it. We did a lot of progress today. Thank you so much. We've tapped into, emotions, memories, and so many other things that of the day to day. So thank you to you, and, be proud that you stood by that. All right. See you the next time.
Thank you.